Hey everyone, welcome to your news daily update. Quick, clear, and straight to the point. We have got top stories from 29th of July lined up just for you. So grab your chai, settle in, and let's get started. Global news. IMF signals trade shock risks. The International Monetary Fund warned that rising US EU tariffs are dampening global growth and fueling inflation despite a modest upgrade in the 2025 GDP forecast to about 3%. US dollar surges. Boosted by a US EU trade accord allowing a 15% tariff on most of the EU goods, the dollar is marking its strongest weekly gain this year. Oil prices dip. Brent and WTI slipped slightly amid economic concerns and ahead of the US Federal Reserve policy meeting beginning on 29th of July. Manhattan shooting under scrutiny. The Washington Post podcast, The Seven, highlighted an NYC shooting and human delays in Gaza as major stories. Famine warning in Gaza. The International Panel on Climate Change (IPC) described Gaza as facing a worst case scenario of famine. Angola unrest. Fuel price protests in Angola left multiple dead and hundreds arrested, reflecting regional economic concern. Cambodian praise for ceasefire diplomacy. Cambodian officers lauded Trump's role in brokering peace between Thailand and Cambodia. Extreme rain in Beijing. Heavy monsoon rainfall killed over 30 people and displaced thousands in the Chinese capital. International Tiger Day (ITD) celebrated globally on 29th of July, raising conservation awareness, wherein India, with 3,265 tiger, hosts flagship initiatives like the Project Tiger. Meteor shower alert. Twin meteor showers, the southern Delta Aquarids and Alpha Capricornids, will peak 29 to 30th July, visible up to 25 meteors per hour under dark skies. FIDE Women's World Cup. Indian chess prodigy Divya Deshmukh defeats Koneru Hampi 2.5 to 1.5 in tie breaks to become the India's first Women's World Cup champion. Rugby Premier League finale. Chennai Bulls clinched the inaugural 2025 Rugby Premier League title with a 41-0 win over Delhi Reds in the India's first Pro Rugby Sevens franchise league. National news. Pahalgam terror mastermind neutralized. Indian security forces conducted a successful operation in Jammu and Kashmir, eliminating the key perpetrator and two associates. Parliament debates Operation Sindoor. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar clarified there was no US engagement, and Defense Minister Rajnath Singh denied foreign pressure influenced the halt. Industrial output slows sharply. India's industrial growth dropped to just 1.5% in June, the lowest in 10 months, affected by monsoon-related disruptions. 5 students honored internationally. 5 Indian students placed among the top 50 finalists for the Global Student Prize 2025, marking global educational recognition. Electoral reform push. The Supreme Court recommended exploring integration of Aadhaar, unique ID and voter ID cards ahead of Bihar's special intensive revision drive. India in AFC Women's Asia Cup draw. After 23 years, India returns to represent at the 2026 tournament Draw held 29th July in Sydney with Sangeeta Basfor assisting. Visa resumption for Chinese tourists. India reinstated tourist visas for Chinese nationals, expected a boost in the tourism and bilateral engagement. Over the top OTT content breakdown. The government blocked 25 streaming platforms over allegedly obscene content, marking tougher digital regulation. Pakistani refugees gain citizenship. Under the Citizenship Amendment Act CAA, 185 Pakistan origin refugees were granted Indian citizenship status. Defense squadrons questioned. Hyderabad MP and AIMIM President Asiduddin Owaisi raised concerns over India's shortfall in fighter jet squadrons, 29 versus authorized 42 as compared to Pakistan's 25 and China's 50 above squadrons. Security policy scrutiny. Owaisi also called to delist Pakistan under the FATF Financial Action Task Force grey list and demanded more accountability over past operations like the Balakot. Union Pacific deal edges ahead. US Business News flagged an $85 billion merger proposal by Union Pacific to acquire Norfolk Southern, reshaping US rail transport. Telangana State News. Nagarjunasagar Dam at near full. The reservoir rose to 583 feet, full level being 590 feet, with a daily release of 50,000 cusecs, will irrigate about 11 lakh acres during the Kharif season. Prime land auctions planned. Telangana government preparing to auction 66 acres of prime land, aiming to raise about 3,000 crore, including the elite plots in Usman Nagar and Raidurg. Avifauna survey published. Researchers recorded 452 bird species in Telangana, including rare sightings and endangered birds like the Indian vulture and lesser florican. Telangana Cabinet decisions. On 28 July, State Cabinet okayed setting up beer cafes every 5 km, aiming to boost hospitality in transport corridor. Urban Heritage Preservation Drive. Chief Minister Revant Reddy ordered bans on single-use plastics and waste dumping around the heritage structures in Hyderabad. Inspiring handloom debt relief. Vanaparthi district's collector urged weavers to submit repayment record to claim up to 1 lakh rupee loan waiver by the deadline. Additional Telangana HC judges approved. The president sanctioned 4 new judicial appointments, strengthening the High Court capacity. Gurukul admission update. Admissions proceeding smoothly. Spot admissions for intermediate programs slated from 31st July pending final student list. Hyderabad or regional news. Badminton tragedy draws attention. A 26-year-old collapsed and died of suspected cardiac arrest during a casual badminton game, underscoring the need for AEDs, automated external defibrillators, and cardiac testing even for active alert adults. Water Board easing supply pressure. Thanks to full reservoirs, HMWS and SB, Hyderabad Metropolitan Water Supply and Sewerage Board confirms uninterrupted supply from Krishna River, lowering emergency pumping needs. Hyderabad heroes in RPL. The local Rugby Sevens franchise performed strongly in the Rugby Premier League, finishing third in the inaugural season. City land auction adds Hyderabad stake. Among the 66-acre land auctions, high-value plots in Hyderabad's Raidurg and Usman Nagar feature prominently, reflecting rising metropolitan land value. NHRC hearing camp hosted. The National Human Rights Commission (NHRC) held a live open camp sitting in Hyderabad on 28th to 29th of July, allowing public grievance making directly before the commissioners. City skyline heritage concerns. GHMC, Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation officials continue enforcement measures to protect heritage architecture amid urban development pressures. And that's a wrap on today's headlines. If you enjoyed the update, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us to keep the news coming your way. Thanks for tuning in, and do let us know if you have any stories that you would like to hear in the form of an audiobook. See you tomorrow with more stories that matter. Take care.